So this is the belt that I have. I think the belt's supposed to be a 35 and a half, but we didn't have any of that. Here's an odd number. Usually it's the 36. So if you're looking at this A34, that's a ½ inch wide, and the 4L is 36. That's 36 inches, but it says 36 down here. But make sure it's a ½ inch wide belt. So we're going to go with that. Poulan, shame on you. You won't even tell anyone the size. You want them to spend a fortune on a belt on your site. But this machine, the Poulan PR300, I think this is, it's the same thing as the, I think it's a different engine on the ST224. But it's pretty much the same machine. So if it fits, the belt fits on this, it should fit on the ST224. All right, so yesterday the belt went, and I'll show you what happened. But can you see here? I'm getting in the light. Okay, so the belt broke off the auger, and it ripped off that spring, and it got this spring off. It didn't break this one, which is good. This one here, I had to finagle a spring that I had. I don't know what it come out of. I think, honestly, I think that spring come out of a bed frame that I found in the backyard. Dug. It was buried, and I found it with the metal detector. But I think that's where that spring come from. But it works like a charm. Whatever works, right? So yeah. So what we do, we already got that cover off. It's just two bolts, one on each side, and you might have to move your chute around to finagle it out a bit. But with that said, I got the tank, the gas turned off. There's not much gas in it anyway. So you will need to tip the machine up and on its bucket and take the belly pan off. And it's just 4 screws, and I do believe it is what is it? I believe it's a 3/8. A 3/8, but my mine is a little damaged. The nuts are, so it kind of slips off. But I think that's a 3/8 that you need. All right, we'll be right back. So you'll take the 4 nuts off. On this, it's only sheet metal, guys, so when you tighten them up, don't go crazy. But on this belly pan, the holes don't exactly line up. Right from the factory, it was like that, but no big deal. If you see, I'm going to have to get vice grips or something. But so I'll be right back. You don't need me to show you. Hit that subscribe button, because not only does it keep you in the loop, it also lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like this sort of thing. Also, it helps the YouTube algorithm push this video out to more and more wonderful, beautiful people just like you. So you just take that off, and this is your drive, but we're not interested in that. You do want to tie back or clamp your auger lever, because down here you want this brake, you can't see it, but this brake to be off, so that you can get the belt in there half decent. Then you're going to have to tip it back down, and you're going to put your belt down. You may have to loosen this off to get your belt in between here, but you put your belt down, and shove it through, and I'll show you in a second. You get your belt there, you tip her back up again. You may want to grab a long screwdriver or one of these little pry bars, and I'll get a flashlight and show you. Okay, so that's the brake that the light is shining on right now. So that's off, and now you just, there's a nut there. You got to get the belt past that nut. All right. So when you get the belt, on that pulley, you can let your brake go. Oh. When you get your belt, you know, on your bigger pulley and put the machine down again, you unrelease your brake. You apply the brake actually, because you're going to let the lever up, and it might be just a little tight, so I can't do it one end, I don't think, but you'll just make sure the machine is off. You can take the key out or whatever, but just roll over. Yeah, not gonna happen. I need two hands. So you just put your finger here, don't pinch it, just on the belt, and kind of slowly pull the cord, and it will flip over. Okay, so I got it almost on. I'm just going to slowly pull the cord, and she'll go on. All right. Now, if you want to make sure that it's all on, you can pull the lever again with the machine, you know, with not being able to. And it should spin, which it does. So folks, as you've seen there, because the other belt was worn pretty bad, I had to tighten this up to the maximum, the adjuster. So when I put the new belt on, obviously you've got to readjust, because you do not want that auger going around. And you keep adjusting it until when you let go of the handle, the auger stops relatively, you know, fast. You don't want it to keep turning. It should stop. So yeah. Another thing, since I'm here, with these type of adjusters, I got the tape off here because I had to put a new belt on. But the adjusters, tape them up, because these, when you get them mild and then it freezes, it always causes trouble in here. I found that out, so I taped them up, taped them all up, and you can tear the tape off when you need to adjust it, but usually, you know, you shouldn't have to be doing that very often. So that's all, folks. That's how easy it is to put the belt on this machine.